Imagine being a foster parent, a Christian foster parent, and suddenly you have the state come to your house and tell you, are you using these children's pronouns and their self-identified gender? And because you're a Christian, you can't say yes to that answer. You have to treat boys as boys and girls as girls, and there is no weird pronouns involved. Look, this happened in Massachusetts where a Christian couple who is helping to take care of these children got their foster care license taken away because they refused to sign the clause where they have to allow these children that no one wants to take care of to identify as any gender they want themselves to be called. And look, when I was young, I used to put on my mom's earrings, my mom's stilettos. How embarrassing, I know. But I never wanted to be a girl. My mom pushed me towards the G.I. Joes, and look, and I loved the whole thing. I loved it. But I lived with girls and I enjoyed their toys too. But when I was a kid, I didn't know any better, and as time went on, I developed myself as a man. I like being a man. But when you are too young, you really cannot make those calls because you don't know any better. I honestly feel that it should be illegal for parents to give this type of freedom to children when they're that young. I am personally disgusted by it. And look, how this is how I see it. If the kid is insistent, if I were a parent, I would be like, okay, look, look, brother, right now I'm your parent, and you have to dress this way. When you're older, and if you still think that way, you can go ahead and do that. But at least until you're 18, you're gonna be doing this thing. You have to play with these toys until you get a sense of reason. It's gonna be temporal. If you decide that you want to wear stilettos and wear earrings, it's fine, do it. But not right now. And I think that's pretty reasonable. Let's see the clip. But if you do not know who I am, I'm your host, Efren Rodriguez Guerrero, fitness professional, and I deliver news, current events, health and fitness, alongside my personal experience of gang stalking. Let's watch the video.
Christian faith, it really drives us toward that. Like James says, it true undefiled religion is to care for the fatherless.
The Woburn couple reconfigured their home to care for 8 foster children, including a baby with complex medical needs, for 15 months.
Every night for 15 months, we were up at least three times.
Yeah. That's in addition to their own 3 kids. And they were ready to keep going until Massachusetts Department of Children and Families pulled their license last spring.
Now that it seems like there's no path forward.
We certainly thought we would have young children in our home. For how long, we didn't know, but we were not done having young children in our home.
The heart of the issue, the Marvins refused to sign DCF's LGBTQIA+ non-discrimination policy.
LGBTQIA+. This is so embarrassing.
Christian faith, it really drives us toward that. James said,
which states a foster family must accept a child's assertion of their LGBTQIA+ identity, address children by their names and pronouns, and support gender-neutral practices regarding clothes and physical appearance.
We had asked, is there any sort of accommodation? Can you waive this at all? We will absolutely love and support and care for any child in our home, but we simply can't agree to go against our Christian faith in this area. And we're ultimately told, no, you must sign the form as is, or else you will be delicensed.
The Marvins are still considering their options, but 2 other Massachusetts Christian foster families filed a federal lawsuit against DCF in September, represented by the Massachusetts Family Institute and national group Alliance Defending Freedom.
So there's a speech component and also a religious liberty component to the lawsuit.
Just last week, the Trump administration sent Mass DCF a letter. It mentions the Marvins directly and says, quote, "These policies and developments are deeply troubling, clearly contrary to the purpose of child welfare programs and in direct violation of First Amendment protections." But LGBTQ+ advocates argue the non-discrimination policy is for kids. Massachusetts foster parents also receive a monthly stipend.
Like the state,
I mean, that's tough, dude. That's really tough.
Has an obligation to children to make sure that they're safe and well protected. And like foster parents, they're not parents, right? Foster parents are temporary. They're supposed to be there. There's a stopgap to try to make sure children can go safely back to their families of origin.
Data collection by Mass DCF is poor, according to a report by the Massachusetts Commission on LGBTQ Youth, but the report suggests roughly 30% of Mass foster children could identify as LGBTQ, like the data collected in Los Angeles and New York. The Marvins.
Yeah, I mean, 30%, that's a huge percentage. It's huge, dude. Oh, I guess they have to. Don't forget to subscribe, okay?
Have not cared for any kids over the age of 4 and say DCF has been flexible about placements in the past. That's why they're hoping for a conversation.
But what if you had a kid whose views about their own gender did not align with your religious beliefs? What would you guys do?
We would love and care and support
That is such a good question.
any child. But if there was an issue where we knew that we would have a different position than DCF, we would just be open and talk to them about it.
Obviously not. You wouldn't be open.
You're going to
talk
think I'm
about it
making this
because
up,
you're
but this
literally not being open and talking about it. You want to get your way. And it's understandable. You know, oh man, that is such a complex topic. They're telling them either stop being Christian or stop being a foster parent. Which one do you want? That's freaking crazy. Wow. Guys, thank you so much for tapping on this video. Don't forget to subscribe, push the like button. And what do you think? Do you agree with this ruling? Write it down in the comments. Bye.